Today in this video we are going to learn about the asynchronous inputs. Asynchronous inputs. So we have learned different types of flip-flops and the clocked flip-flops. In that flip-flops you have seen that for an SR flip-flop the inputs are S and R, and for a JK flip-flop the inputs are J and K, and for a D flip-flop the input is D, like that. So we can call these input as synchronous inputs. Okay, synchronous inputs are the normal input for a flip-flop. Okay. But in flop ICs, you can see one or more asynchronous inputs for a flip-flops. Okay, what are these asynchronous inputs? So this asynchronous input will affect the flip-flop output independently of the synchronous inputs. Okay, so whatever may be the input, suppose if you are taking an SR flop, whatever may be the values of S and R, the flip-flop will respond only to the asynchronous inputs. Okay, if the synchronous inputs are in active level, then the flip-flop responds only to that asynchronous inputs. The normally the asynchronous inputs can be used to set or reset the flip-flop. Okay, that is to set the flip-flop output to 1 or to reset the output of a flip-flop to 0, regardless of the conditions at other inputs. Whatever may be the input to other inputs, these asynchronous inputs are used to set or reset the flip-flop at any time as per our convenience. Okay, and normally the asynchronous inputs are labeled as preset. The short form is PRE, or we can also call it as DC set. And another asynchronous input is clear. Okay, short form is CLR. It is also called as DC clear. Okay, and an active level on the preset input will set the flip-flop, and an active level on the clear input will reset it. Okay, that is, if you are giving a input 1, okay, a 1 to the preset input, of course flip-flop will, the output of the flip-flop will be 1. Okay, whatever may be the input of the other synchronous input of a flip-flop, the output of the flip-flop will set to 1. Okay, and if you are giving an active level on the clear input, the output of the flip-flop will always reset. That is, it will always be 0. That is, the output Q will be 0. Okay, and normally in most of the ICs, these asynchronous inputs are shown as active low input. Okay, active low, that is preset bar and clear bar. Okay, so that is, in the case of preset bar and clear bar, if you are giving an inactive level, that is, if we are giving a 0, okay, a 0 to preset bar input, then the output of the flip-flop will set to 1. Okay, and also if you are giving a inactive level, that is low level, that is 0 to clear bar, then the output of the flip-flop will reset it. Okay, output of the flip-flop will be 0. Okay, so that's the condition, and this is the entire truth table of an asynchronous inputs. And here we are taking an example of a JK flip-flop. Okay, so JK are the asynchronous inputs, and it is also a clocked flip-flop. Okay, and this preset bar and clear bar are our asynchronous inputs. Okay, if we during the working, if you want to set the output of a flop to 1, or if you want to clear the output of the flip-flop to 0, we can use these inputs, that is preset bar and clear bar. Okay, and some conditions are there. If preset bar and clear bar are 0 0, both are 0 0, that condition is not used for our operation. Okay, this condition is not used here. And when preset bar is 1 and clear bar is 0, okay, then the output of the flip-flop will be 0. I have already said that in the previous slide, that is, if we are giving a low value to clear bar, the output of the flip-flop will reset, that is 0. Okay, so that the same condition here. If preset bar is 1 and clear bar is 0, output of the flip-flop Q will be 0. And also if preset bar is 0 and clear bar is 1, then the output of the flip-flop Q will be 1. Okay, when both these inputs are 1 1, okay, that is both the inputs are in active level, then the clocked operation of the flip-flop is possible. That is, at that condition, the synchronous inputs are inactive and the flip-flop responds freely to the other synchronous inputs. That is, here we are considering the JK flip-flop. So when preset bar and clear bar are 1, then the flip-flop responds freely to this J and K inputs and also to the clock, okay, in a normal way. Then the flip-flop will work as a in normal way. Okay, so for clocked operation we have to set preset bar as 1 and clear bar as 1. Okay, thank you. That's about our asynchronous inputs.